In the automotive industry, advancement is frequently made in tiny stages. However, every now and again, a new automobile emerges from the automotive industry floor like a premium redwood. The Air sedan from upstart electric vehicle manufacturer Lucid is exactly that kind of vehicle, and its degree of ingenuity and complexity is new and surprising. The Lucid Air has cutting-edge range and charging capabilities, but its appeal extends well beyond its technological superiority. The Air, which looks elegant and subtle while yet being fun, is the first of many magnificent automobiles from a new carmaker. That much was obvious after just a brief spin from its reviewers. In today's video, we'll talk about how the Lucid Air ranks among the best cars according to some of the world's most prestigious automotive magazines, such as MotorTrend. Stay tuned for the excitement to unfold. Welcome back to New Vehicle Media, your go-to channel for EV stock. Quick reminder that subscribing is free and liking the video helps YouTube suggest similar content. Comments are loved and featured in upcoming videos. Are Lucid Motors still in business? I'm sure the majority of you and many of us would have said something similar about Lucid Motors a year or two ago. When the public saw Lucid Motors back then, they instantly thought of Byton, Faraday Future, Dyson, and Neo, to name a few. Lucid is still very much alive and well. It is led by a group of professionals drawn from a variety of successful manufacturers, and it has received sufficient funding to launch the Air sedan while simultaneously building its next model, the Gravity SUV. Rawlinson, a former Lotus and Tesla engineer, employs an unconventional metric to judge interior space, and he's on a mission to show that his company's new electric vehicle met one of its goals. The concept of Lucid's first automobile, which is presently in the consumer's hands, was inspired by two ambitions he established for himself. It should have the same amount of interior spaciousness as the Mercedes-Benz S-Class and handle as smoothly as a Lotus. The metal tape crackles as it bends through the cabin, and we're given the result: 83.1 inches, which is a few inches longer than the measurement he took in the S-Class. With an estimated range of more than 500 miles from the Environmental Protection Agency, Lucid has caused quite a stir. It's accomplished this with a 113 kilowatt-hour battery while achieving efficient ratings of 130 and 132 miles per gallon in the city and highway. This is a gain of 17 mpg city highway over the Tesla Model S long range, which has a range of 405 miles and a 100 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The new electric luxury Lucid Air beat out 24 other contenders, including vehicles from other major automakers, to take up the MotorTrend Car of the Year title for 2022. MotorTrend is a popular American automotive publication. It initially debuted in September 1949 and is famous for being the publication that introduced the original Car of the Year award, which was awarded in 1949. A vehicle must be all new or significantly enhanced in order to be considered for inclusion in the Car of the Year competition. Because of these characteristics, the 2022 Lucid Air outperforms every competitor since the Tesla Model S, which was named MotorTrend's Vehicle of the Year in 2013. As a result, several of our judges regarded the 2022 Lucid Air to be the Car 3.0, as well as the next big thing in the automotive industry. Not only that, but there is also another vehicle magazine, Car and Driver, which is an American automotive enthusiast magazine publication with a total circulation of 1.23 million. They indicated that Rawlinson's ambitions did not include Bugatti-grade acceleration, but it's there. The two motors' combined 1,111 horsepower is unlocked when you switch to sprint mode, and the acceleration is so intense that it leaves your inner ear feeling a touch punch drunk. With a single push of the accelerator, you can reach triple-digit speeds. They expect a 60 mile/hour pace in around 2.5 seconds range, with the quarter-mile time possibly breaking the 10-second barrier in certain cases. The maximum speed is limited to 168 miles per hour. Roadshow provides you with impartial purchasing recommendations and analysis on everything that moves you now, as well as insight into everything that will move you in a decade from now on a daily basis. Bringing professional insight to the whole car industry and mobility world at large, Roadshow covers everything from technology updates to expert evaluations and covers everything from Aston Martin to Tesla, Uber, and beyond. When it comes to Lucid, the company's Roadshow assessment was really positive. They published that there's a lot of visual punch in Lucid, despite the fact that the wow factor is supposed to take a second seat. According to them, aesthetics have a significant role in the Air. The interior is adorned with a variety of unique materials, including leather and high-quality fabric, and the overall design is clean and straightforward. Buyers of high-end electric vehicles have been faced with a difficult choice. Either go with the EV that represents the cutting edge of efficiency, range, and performance, that would be the Tesla, or go with the EV that is more holistic in terms of capability, tailoring, refinement, and build quality. That has changed with the introduction of the Lucid Air. In the form of the 2022 Lucid Air, with an EPA range rating of up to 520 miles and astonishingly tiny miniaturized motors, as well as a gearbox and inverter, Tesla should be forced to face the music, and it's certainly scared of its crosstown competitor. More than that, it represents the future frontier in electric vehicle technology. The Air does not attempt to replicate Tesla's dominance, but rather expands on it, with a vehicle that, based on the first impressions, might be even more spectacular. It's impossible not to learn something new at the General Assembly building. It seemed like every member of Lucid Group had decades of experience assembling vehicles or operating factories for Ford, General Motors, and other large automobile manufacturers. The techniques that transform pallets of components into whole automobiles are not much different from those used by everyone else in the industry. Of course, there are some innovative elements, such as the way car bodies are transported through the curing process sideways to properly treat the inside of the shell. But for the most part, Lucid isn't attempting to create anything entirely new. Everything seems too wonderful to be true. As a first automobile, how about a 1,111 horsepower electric vehicle with a class-leading range and a whole slew of innovative solutions and technology? It will be clear whether or not this tenacious firm, which came close to going bankrupt in pursuit of the American dream, will be successful after clients who paid their $170,500 start accruing real-world miles. Ultimately, if what the publications and early reviews had to say about the sedans is correct, it will be, without a doubt, the future of luxury automobiles. I'm curious to know what you had in mind when you read the magazine reviews. Was it possible for you to imagine that the Lucid Air would be awarded the MotorTrend Car of the Year? Or were you taken by surprise? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment down below. Nahur says that he believes in Lucid and that he has seen the automobile, which he describes as great. What more can you ask for from a startup than great technology and a 520-mile range? He purchased 8,000 shares at a price of $20 a share, which, according to my calculators, is ka-ching. For the foreseeable future, he intends to keep it for another 5. That should wrap things up for today. Keep in mind that subscribing is still free, and liking helps YouTube recognize your preferences. Thanks for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.